What's good YouTube, it's Adam from I'm Music Mobile. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're gonna go ahead and remake from scratch Gucci Mane's Pissy featuring Roddy Ricch and Nardo Wick. The track is produced by NoSleep, Koncept P, and NoSleep. But before we get to anything, we gotta change the tempo. The tempo for this one is 133 beats per minute. We're gonna start off with that main pluck bell key sound that we hear throughout the entire track. So for that sound, we're gonna go over to our browser over here. We're gonna go to what are we going to go to? Vintage electric piano, and we're going to go to the Wurlitzer Classic. And let's go ahead and draw on that pattern. All right, so there's the main sound right there. Next, we're gonna go and create a new software instrument track and create that lead sound that happens underneath it. For that sound, we're gonna go over to synthesizer. We're gonna bring in a pad, and we're gonna go to the classic analog pad preset right here. And it's a fairly easy pattern. It just goes like this. Let's just add a little bit of movement to that sound. We're gonna open up Logic's Retro Synth. I'm gonna change the rate to a little bit faster. Let's go to 16. Just to give it some movement, and of course it's not playing out like that the entire time, so we're gonna add in some automation. So right over here in your MIDI window, I'm gonna click that, and this is our automation for this region. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to main. Let's adjust the volume first actually, and it's just gonna build up nicely. So it's gonna go something like this. All right, next what we got to do is add in the pan because it kind of goes from right to left as it plays out. So let's go back to our automation right here and let's go to main pan. So I'm just going to pan it starting from the right first. And then we're going to pan it going to the left. All right, next let's go ahead and add in a top sort of movement type of thing on top of this synth here. And we're gonna once again go to synthesizer. This time we're gonna go over to rhythmic and we're gonna go to the Crimson Cloudscape. We'll open up Logic's Alchemy and I'm just gonna change the performance over to angelic. Pull down the sustain a little bit. Next, let's go and create a new software instrument track and let's bring in the drums. For the second half of the clap, we're gonna go ahead and focus in on that. Let's just chop it up right here. Change this over to 32 step. You just get that extra hit in there. For the hi-hats, I'm just going to convert that over to a MIDI region. There's a little bit of a roll that happens right here. I'm going to change our notes to a triplet note. I'm going to brush in a quick roll. And that just repeats. Let's draw on our 808 pattern. And then at this latter part, it does switch up a little bit. All right, so that's our 808. It's not quite punchy, but that we're gonna go ahead and layer in a kick to make that really punch through the mix. And we're just gonna go ahead to the root note of the kick, which I think is C. Yeah, let's go all the way up and just make them all on C. And it's just gonna follow that 808 pattern. Then we're gonna go ahead and draw in that open hat. It's just a simple one step there. The second half of this kick pattern does switch up at the end right here. This just becomes a triplet as well. Oh, not that fast though. Let's go and change it to an 8th triplet. And that's pretty much the beat right there. All we need now is a little bit of arrangement. All right, so here is the arrangement right here. Before we jump into it, I just want to dive into the intro section a little bit because there's 2 added sounds that I missed in the previous recording. I just want to point that out. So we have this sound right here. And if you open up Logic Sculpture, I pretty much just use the nylon fingered guitar preset and push the material a little bit over to the nylon to get that pluck sound. And for this little bass section at the intro, it just goes like this. And for that sound, I am using Logic's synthesizer bass, the 90s solid synth bass with a heavy EQ on it to take a lot of the top end out. And that's for the intro only. That guitar sound gets looped throughout the entire track. And the other thing I want to point out is the keys actually gets pushed down 1 octave for some sections in the track. So for that, all I did was just bounce my MIDI region in place. So Control B on your keyboard, bounce that in place. It gives you an audio version of that MIDI region. And then we pitch that down 1 full octave. The shortcut is Shift Option Arrow down, and that's 1 full octave minus 12 semitones. So that right there is Gucci Mane's Pissy remade in Logic Pro featuring Roddy Ricch and Nardo Wick. Let's go ahead and play it back from the top and take a listen to the whole arrangement. That's Gucci Mane's Pissy featuring Roddy Ricch and Nardo Wick remade in Logic Pro. For you Logic users out there, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you. Place it as a downloadable link below this video. If you don't use Logic, I got your back as well. I'm going to go ahead and export all the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that you heard in this remake. You can find that entire playback down below the like button as well. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go and talk in the comment section below. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this remake. Hope you learned something new. We'll catch you on the next one. Later. Peace.